Big day for the Prince of Wales Pier and the Polperro Harbour Trust, and you as the chair of the Polperro Harbour Trust, what's going to go on today? Tell us about it.
Yeah, big day today. Thanks, Gareth. It's been sort of 3.5 years in the making while we've been raising money to restore the pier. We've now got the funds in place, so we're able to appoint TMS, who've started their mobilisation, and a big step forward on that today is the main platform that's been brought in, and they'll continue to do some preparation works with scaffold on the main quay and around the pier itself. We're having to start the work now because the engineers are telling us that the bulge at the front is become unstable and probably won't last another winter, so there is a sort of sense of urgency to get cracking and start the work now. And we're obviously hoping for favourable weather so that we can complete the job early in the spring.
It's pretty rough out there at the moment, isn't it?
It's pretty rough now, yeah.
So if that was to go, I mean, presumably that would be devastating for the village if that was to give way.
Yeah, well, God forbid, but the whole business case around the funding is that the pier protects the gate and the gate protects the village from flooding. The business case from the Environment Agency, for example, is predicated on, I think there'll be 90 properties flooded if that gate fails. So obviously the pier plays a vital function in protecting the gate, particularly when we've got those southeasterly storms.
With the weather closing in, the TMS team arrived bang on time at 10 AM. This is of course an important factor, as the window to achieve today's task is a small one, being so dependent on the high tide. The first challenge? To shore up the 60-foot, 21-ton flat-top platoon along the side of the Prince of Wales Pier to unload its cargo. With the help of the Polperro fishermen and boatmen, the team succeed in carefully stabilising the barge against the pier wall, and the first set of materials can be moved to the pier's walkway. This alone has taken a tremendous amount of skill by all concerned. So Ollie, that's stage one done. How's it gone?
Yeah, day one, not the best of days for it to arrive, but the boys have got it in safely, thank goodness. Just offloading now all the gear onto the outer platform, or onto the outer quay. The barge will then go into the harbour as a permanent floating platform while the job goes on. So they're not going to have to worry about running stuff out of the sea, especially as we're now getting into the autumn gales and whatever. So I say day one, looks good at the moment. Plenty of guys there, and let's hope the rest of the project goes just as well.
Right, Chris, that made a bit of a change from your everyday job, fishing.
Yes.
What was your job out there?
So I was just basically keeping an eye on the barge, make sure he didn't overtake himself on the way in, just to keep it level. You've seen the video there with a bit of wind blowing in, so it's just basically just keeping it in a straight line.
It looked pretty rough.
It wasn't very nice. No, if another hour later, I don't think they'd have brought it in. They'd have had to delay it for a couple of days.
That's interesting. I noticed when they're actually bringing it through the harbour gate, he was using the crane against the harbour walls to stop it causing any damage.
It from overtaking itself, kind of thing. You've seen there the wind wasn't exactly ideal conditions for bringing it in, but they got it in. I was just there just to slow it down a little bit, if you like.
Right.
I was just doing what I was told to do. That was all.
So that's Chris's boat. You can see he's slowing the barge down to stop it smashing into the harbour gate or wall. Not too much responsibility then, rather him than me. The hard part's over. It's just a case of parking it up now. Every couple of weeks, we'll bring you video updates on the pier renovation progress, so be sure to watch out on our social media platforms.